An international war crimes prosecutor says evidence emerging from mass grave sites in Syria is exposing a state-run machinery of death under toppled leader Bashar al-Assad. Stephen Rapp visited 2 mass grave sites in the country. This one is in Naja, near Damascus. Rapp said he estimates more than 100,000 people were tortured and murdered since 2013.
We heard from a witness who testified in Germany and whom I personally interviewed and we personally worked with for a long period of time with satellite imagery, that at this particular cemetery where he had been one of the administrators, he was called into service by the government in 2012 in order to begin the mass burial of persons that had been killed in government custody.
A cemetery guard and a farmer who lives nearby both described seeing refrigerated trucks at the site. The guard said there were large pits for bodies, as well as graves that would hold about half a dozen people. The other site visited by Rapp is in Qataifa, where people declined to speak on camera or use their names for fear of retribution, saying they were not sure the area was safe yet after Assad's fall. One called it a, quote, place of horrors. This satellite imagery analyzed by Reuters showed large-scale digging began at the location between 2012 and 2014 and continued up until 2022. The head of U.S.-based Syrian advocacy organization, the Syrian Emergency Task Force, has estimated at least 100,000 bodies were buried in Qataifa alone. The International Commission on Missing Persons separately said it had received data indicating there may be as many as 66, as of yet unverified, mass grave sites in Syria. More than 157,000 people have been reported missing to the commission. Rapp led prosecutions at the Rwanda and Sierra Leone war crimes tribunals. He told Reuters that in Syria, quote, thousands of people were working in this system of killing, and that nothing has been seen like this since the Nazis.
Every family seems to be affected by a disappearance, and they cry out for answers about what happened to their child. There's still faint hopes that somebody could be found alive.
Hundreds of thousands of Syrians are estimated to have been killed since 2011, when Assad's crackdown on protests against his rule grew into a full-scale civil war. Syrians, rights groups, and other governments accuse Assad and his father of widespread extrajudicial killings. Assad had repeatedly denied that his government committed human rights violations and painted his detractors as extremists. A lightning offensive by rebels ended more than 5 decades of iron-fisted rule by his family.
We're in the neighborhood of Tadamon right now, where a massacre took place in April 2013 that was videotaped, and the video was leaked later on. What the video shows was 11 blindfolded men being walked down this narrow street behind me towards a machine-dug grave, where already there were 13 bodies killed in there, a bunch of tires, and the video shows 3 armed men throwing these blindfolded men into the grave, shooting them at close range. Human Rights Watch was able to confirm the exact site of the grave. We came back now that we can finally access the area, and what we found was much more. We found human remains, bones, part of a skull, fingers, ribs strewn around the entire area surrounding the mass grave, which shows that really, a lot more happened here than what we already knew. What happened in Tadamon here is just one of many others that are being, found out across the country. And so it is really urgent that at this time, where we can see that there's quite a bit of chaos, given this transition, that there needs to be quick, urgent securing of all of these areas, so that we can really find out the truth about these places.
سيارة تجي بتفوت من الحارة ومن هون، عرفت كيف؟ ما يسترجوا يفوتوا لهون. هاي المنطقة عمو كانت من هنيك هيك لبعد 4-5 بنايات جيش الحر، وهون كان الجيش النظامي، عرفت كيف؟ هذا الشارع كان مقنوص، كانوا حاطين هنيك مقنوص، ما عاد يسترجوا يفوت لهون. بس لما تجي الدفاع الوطني شلون؟ بعض الأهالي تفوت لهون. لما تفوت لهون تشوف الجثث هون ياخذوها من هالمنطقة هاي.
هاي العظمة تبع الرجل، هاي العظمة
هون بهالمنطقة هاي كان الدفاع الوطني كله يجي، شوف في هون شوفير صحة قعد، كانوا يجوا ياخذوا من هون جثث على المشفى. هاي المنطقة هون عمو كانت كل يوم 20 30 25 أو بالأحرى المساويات تسمع بهذيك البناية كل طلقة بزلمة، كل طلقة بزلمة. يلي يلمون يحطوهم هون ويحرقوهم.
بداية السنة اجوا الطبابة الشرعية واجا قسم ببيلة واجا معهم عالم من المحافظة وشالوا الجثث من هون، بقايا العظام اللي كانت ضالة يعني من الجثث. شالوا يعني تقريبا اللي قدرتهم العالم هون، وهاي شي 200 جثة. هذول كانوا هون بهاي البناية كلها عالم محروقة وكلها عظام وكلها كذا، وكان معهم طبابة شرعية مشان على اساس يحللوا العظم، يعرفوا لمين، يعرفوا ما بعرف شو. ومجزرة التضامن هاي اللي عم يحكوا عليها تبع أمجد اليوسف والمحل مالنا واقفين. عندك من عند هاي العضاضة لهون، مقاطع الفيديو بتبين معنا.